Okay, would you like to introduce yourself, to say who you are and where you've come from tonight?
Yeah, Adrian Riley, and I represent the Creative Coast Network in Scarborough. So I've come here from Scarborough tonight. Yeah.
And what's your motive behind making the journey from Scarborough tonight?
Shift Happens has got a real sort of growing reputation, and something I'd heard about and people I know have been to and praised, and I thought it was high time that sort of came along and found out what the buzz was about, and also it gives me a chance to sort of find out and see if there's opportunities for other creatives back in Scarborough as well. If only to come along because it'd be useful for them as well.
So what's your day-to-day job in Scarborough?
I'm a graphic designer in the day, so I run a business called Electric Angel Design, and Creative Coast is a network for creatives we started. Lots of people are involved with, and it involves everything from digital practitioners to fine artists to poets. It's a real wide-ranging group. And
how much of a skills base is there in Scarborough and the surrounding area at the moment for creative arts?
It's pretty varied, actually. I mean, Scarborough tends to attract people who are already established in the business and maybe have a client base, but there's also a whole new generation coming out, especially out of the University of Hull on the digital arts course, which is one of those places where all different disciplines combine and people come out with very varied skill sets. So it's quite a creative melting pot. You'll find people who are equally comfortable working in digital media and video and perhaps performance, all at the same time.
Would you say that there may be a different kind of attitude to accessible arts, community arts projects like this in Scarborough compared to a city like York?
There's obviously there's quite a strong arts tradition, even though people think of Scarborough as a small, quiet, seaside town, basically, quiet in the winter, noisy in the summer. There's actually quite a lot of creativity goes on, and I think there's a very open attitude, people will just try things out and see if they work, and in some ways it's a safe environment to do that, and then they'll share it with the wider world.
Would you like to see close links established between creative artists in York and Scarborough, and how would you like to see those links created?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've started doing that. I was over a little earlier today for a meeting to start with Science City York, where we were chatting about collaborations, and we have done joint events before, or Science City York have helped fund Creative Coast events. So we're having a link up next month in February. Between the two different networks, and we're hoping that'll be the first of a lot of collaborations.
And do you foresee Creative Coast having a participatory role at a future event like Shift Happens here in York?
That'd be really nice, yeah. I think in some ways it's just a matter of confidence with Scarborough, that often people do things within Scarborough for the size of the town and then don't always think beyond it. But I think there's so much talent there, it really deserves a wider audience. Yeah, it'd be fantastic to see some of that talent breaking out to York and then further afield.
So for the benefit of anybody who's watching or listening to this who comes from the Scarborough or surrounding area, how can they get involved with Creative Coast?
We have a website, creativecoast.net, and that's probably the first port of call. And you'll find details of how to sign up on there, and sign up to the email system, and follow us on Twitter, and hopefully then come along to an event and meet some people.
That's wonderful. Adrian, good luck with Creative Coast, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Cool.